Live. So, another week. A lot of new developments for the AAA MatchMaker. We also developed a lot of new tools for our hosts, which we'll present in a minute. I'm just waiting to get Marius in, my co-host. And here he is.
Hello. Didn't know we
So,
were.
we are already live, yes.
All right.
So, I just mentioned that we did a lot of new stuff. We did a lot of new features for our hosts. So everyone who joined us today, it's another invitation for every one of you to participate. Use the chat. You can just type something in on YouTube if you're on YouTube, or try it also on LinkedIn. So we just want to see if this actually works. So if you have anything you want to know, then please just feel invited to drop us a line. And if not, just enjoy the show. So we will show you some new stuff right now. I will guess share my screen in a second. I will also go through our new hosts. And before we go into features, and Marius, if you want to continue on with the preparations of the deployment, please do so. I will now just go briefly over the whole project.
Okay.
And yes, and then now we can switch over to our development. But before we go there, I just share my screen now.
Okay. And using the preview link? Showing Miro.
Yes, that's Miro. I will just go through some basic things.
All right.
Because not everyone knows what voice loop is, not everyone knows what MatchMaker is, and I just want to give everyone a good start here. So, but first of all, we have 4 new hosts. That's you, Marius, Peter, Sandra, and Richard. And I'm really glad that you guys joined us on this venue and also be part of this hosting experience. So everyone who will get in our waiting list and then also get invited to join our beta sessions, you will sign up for one of those meetings with our new hosts. And that's very important because at this point we had not enough bandwidth to onboard new members. So I'm very glad that we have now more support so that we can also cover more time zones worldwide. So everyone should find a time slot that actually fits with one's schedule. We have around 54 already onboarded members. So that's the talent pool that's growing constantly. The more they join, the better the matches will be. So that's very important. Like it's like a gene pool. When there's a lot of different variations in a gene pool, the chances are high that the community stays healthy. And we want to match people with the best possible counterparts, where you have some complementary skills, or you have something common that you want to share together, values, ideas, maybe the language, maybe the country. So this all gets intervened, and then you can, hopefully you can also meet and have some projects together. So that's one of the main ideas behind that. And saying that, I also want to give you like a bigger picture of what the main idea behind this voice loop is, because we have the logo here. This is something that is being developed right now, and we're not there yet. We are like, I'm not a marketing guy, I'm more a developer. But yeah, at some point we will also have a clear vision, and what I can already share with you is the idea that is mainly about bringing more connection. getting through the clutter of AI noise that we see right now. As you probably can imagine, the more easy it gets to produce content, the more noise you will see on all our social media channels, not just in your email spam folder, but already all in your DMs on LinkedIn, in your main feed on your social media platform. There's so much artificial content out there right now, and it's getting harder and harder to really connect on a personal, authentic level with other human beings. So for that, we thought maybe we can use AI for the benefit of this trend, like antidote. Okay, so one of those elements is having those matchmaker sessions so that you really meet with another host and share your own values, and this information then gets qualified for other people who also share your values, who also have some common interests, and then you can connect. So that's this project, and we have more than that. So what is Voice Loop? And as said, the matchmaker has the idea behind it to connect people with complementaries and also with commons. And besides of that, also promote you as a person, as a human, as someone who has very unique talents. So we also create spotlights. We promote the newcomers who joined us in the community so that everyone gets this visibility and gets their gets enough attention for what actually everyone brings in. Everyone has some unique skills. The next one, the daily check-in, is also a project that is in development sideways. Right now I'm more in the matchmaker, but this is also something that will be developed over time. So to have a daily check-in with your community leader, and it's getting harder and harder for when you have a community, right? When you want to bring the best value for every member of your community, to stay in a more personal connection, that's really a challenge. And it's not just communities, it's also teams or mentors or coaches, right? So when you have people that you want to give a personal experience, then the daily check-in would be also an option, where AI will take this intermediate position where it acts as a middleman between the owner and the members, and then you can reach more people on a very personal level. And I will also go into detail in how this could work. So to increase accountability and the easier management without losing the personal element of that. And the Loopwatch AI, this is also one element. As you are interested into certain people, in some influencers, in some role models that you really want to stay in touch with, or some really nice guy that just met, or you follow us, someone you had on a session, on a call, and you just want to stay in touch, but you have a long list of other people you already follow, and you see all them in your newsfeed, all those other advertisements, and it's getting really hard these days to filter through this clutter of news and noise. So the Loopwatch AI is also an assistant that will track those people that are really of interest for you, who really can bring some value to your life, and has some notification tracker for you when there's something that is just for you, for your interest, what really aligns with your values, what really aligns with your niche, or whatever you are focused on right now. So the AI knows what you need, and it will alert you when there is some new content, or some notification, or some personal sharing of this person that you should have a look at. So you don't need to all the time watch all things that you can find on a newsfeed, because most of the time there's a lot of advertisement that takes your time away. And those tools should give you some time back so that you can focus on what is really relevant for you. and filter out all the rest that's not. So yes, so that's the main value that we want to provide, to foster deep connections, alert you when there are some real opportunities that are relevant for you, make community management easier, increase accountability among members, help members connect and promote each other. So that's one of the ideas, and our target audience are, of course, online communities, teams, schools, academies, but also maybe recruitment. So we can also provide here some additional benefits for those who are seeking new opportunities and want to get discovered, and those who are looking out for new talents for their own teams. So this can also be something that we can offer at some point when there's a big set of talents in a talent pool as we have it here. So yes, that's the idea right now, and it's still very on a high level, but I guess you get a better sense of what voice loop actually means. All right. So now I would say we can switch over to the live part. I will show you where we were until now on our AAA journey for the matchmaker. So I can just log in right now as my user. So everyone who signed up and don't have a match yet, they will see this interface. It's very minimalistic at this point. We did not have many features last week, but as we also discussed in last week's meeting, we set us a lot of goals that we want to get done. So a lot of new features that we wanted to deploy here. And today we will have a live deployment. As soon as Marius gives me the thumbs up, at least, then we can switch over to the next phase. So for us, it was very important to give a good onboarding for our hosts, for those who offer their free time to onboard new members to our matchmaker. And the more members of the community that have a discovery call, the better the matches will be. So for that reason, I'll now get over to, should we go to the live session or to the preview, I guess, right?
Yeah, I think the preview is good.
Let's go with the preview first. Okay. So that's the GPT Engineer. For those who don't know it yet, you can also prompt your apps. Not just chatting with stuff, but you can also get your apps built via an AI assistant.
In real time.
In real time, yes. So big shout out to the Lovable team. If you watch us, that's free promo for you. All right, so here we go.
And then you can even make it full screen if you want.
Yes, that's a good idea. Let's get the full screen. So we'll just log in here. All right, so everyone, you already see there's a big shift of the UI already. So the colors changed. There's it's more cleaned up, I would say. So you don't see everything at the same time when there's a lot of things to show. You know, same goes with the matches. So if you already got some matches, they will also be displayed for you. Let me zoom in a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, okay, that should be big enough. So as we showed you already, you have your skills, you have your business goals, your interests, and then you get the matches that also have some overlaps, and there will also be an explanation why this person is a good match for you. You will see complementary skills, you will see shared interests, communication, compatibility, geographical synergy. So when you're living in the same country, that's a good reason why you should get this person as a match, and potential collaboration. And all that goes together with a match score, which is right now an estimate, but over time we will have a more clear calculation around that.
But all in all, I think there's like a noticeable difference in the UI, making it cleaner and easier for you to read and see what's going on.
Yes. So that's the front end for everyone who join us as a guest to get a match. If you want to go one step further, you can also apply for a host role. And this is this little icon. It's very decent on the top right, but there's a lot behind that. So everyone who will join us as a host later on, we will give you a little glimpse of what is already here and what is to come. So first of all, you will see the upcoming guests that already signed up for a session with you. Jacob, I'm really looking forward to our session tomorrow. So there's also a summary for the host to read through, so that I'm prepared for the session, so that I know, okay, there are some key points that we could discuss, so to get the most value out of the session, and also ask some questions. Okay, and then there's the meeting link to join. What I also can see is my own scoring, so how many completed calls, and you see I did a lot.
Not bad. And no shows.
Yeah, no shows. That's also really nice. So, but maybe we just started to count those just recently. There were some, but for now I'd say there are no shows. Some feedbacks that were already shared from those who had a meeting with me. And average call duration, it's more than 20 minutes, as you see, but as a rough estimate, 20 minutes should be a good fit. And you can also decide as a host if you want to take it long, and if the guest also wants to share a little bit more. So that's not strictly 20 minutes. And then you can also get the completed ones. There are a lot on my end here as well. So you can just click on one of them, and then you see also information about the last meetings. You can generate a spotlight post, which will be a nice way to promote the other, but this will also be in confirmation for the guests. So if you want to get the promotion, you will promote it by the host. And you can also get a summary of the call. So the last calls all have a log file here, and then you can just click into this and get some nice summary of what was discussed, so that you're also prepared for the next session as a host. Together with the profile and the matches that the guest got after the session. All right, so that's it, and it's already a nice thing, I would say, for a host, that they can have a sense of what is coming and a sense of what was already happening, and so that you really can stay in touch with your guests and support them along the way. All right, so that's it. That's our next phase that we are now deploying today. How are we, Marius? Are we ready, or is it something that we still need to?
If we always wait for something, we never finish. So I think we are ready, and then we see what's a break.
Yeah, we can have a hot fix later on if it's required, but for now we can just deploy that, I would say.
100%.
All right, so let's do that.
Should I?
You can do it.
All right.
Would be interesting if I just have this now loaded and then I refresh. I should be seeing the new layout, right?
You should.
Nice. So you tell me when it's ready.
All right. Maybe you can see the excitement in my face. All right. It's coming. But yeah, I just wanted to mention for the hosts that we really appreciate your feedback then, to see like what you actually think is important to see as a host. But we'll see that over time.
Yeah, 100%. So feedback, that's your currency, how you can pay us for what we do. Just leave us some feedback. Let us know what works for you, what you would need. So every single perspective that goes into this, we really take it seriously so that we don't develop stuff that you don't need, because it's also our time that we would waste here if you just don't need it, and you also should get the best experience possible.
Correct. All right, we are close.
Is it done?
No, not yet. Need to get this, and one more second. Oh, okay. My brain just stopped for a second. There we go. Creating a deployment. I'll tell you when it's done. It's building. How we time this right. Still building.
It's so fascinating because when it's live, it's just in real time. Everything updates when you just get a new meeting or something changes in the database. It will instantly show you that on the front end, which is really nice, really nice.
And the funny thing is, like, when you do this off camera, 27 seconds doesn't feel that long, but if you're on camera, 27 suddenly feel very long. But yeah, it's not. Refresh. Yes.
Okay, fingers crossed. Here we go. Nice.
Well, that's actually more satisfying than I thought.
Nice. Very nice. So we are live now. For everyone who already has a login, you can log in now on aaa.voiceloop.io. If you don't have a login, just don't even try. Then you have to go to the waiting list. It's waitlist.voiceloop.io. And only, of course, right now for the members for the AAA Accelerator program. We will roll this out for other communities at some point. And if you're interested and if you're a community owner, please send me a note. Then we can discuss to maybe have a case study for your community as well. All right, so that's great. So we have it already, and I would love to see some feedback. So if you get in, use this button here on the top right and let us know. What is it? Terrible, bad, okay, good, or amazing? Some words would be really nice. We would really appreciate any feedback.
Perfect. Maybe we need to make it even more shiny.
Yeah, we'll do some fun into this. But no, it's already something. And yeah, you just find your matches. You can just click on all of those profiles, directly get directed to their LinkedIn or to their AAA profile. Reach out and let us know if this works. If you had some nice conversation with the people that you meet here, that you got a match. Yeah, we are very curious about what happens after we got you some matches. All right, so let's go back now to our project plan. Also interesting, so that you can see, as we showed you also last time. I will now, yeah, let this go big again as we had it last time as well, because there's so much on it. But you have to see that we are really working hard to get you the best stuff done. So all the blue items here, they were done since last week. So you can see there's a lot of things being worked on in the back end that you just get every once a week. But that's also for us, it's like accountability tracking that we do with these sessions on Sundays, so that you can actually see that we are doing stuff for you and you can see the progress over time. And I also want to again remind you to the option that you can also join here by our Kenny board. So it's voiceloop.kenny.io. Also very easy to remember, I'd say. Now you see a lot of completed items here on the right side. Those were done just right now. And then you see someone on the left that are still in the works, and some progress also as well. And if you have any idea, anything that you would also like to see, and you see potential that this could be something of value for you, please don't hesitate. Go to this feedback section here and create a post. When you do that, we will get notified on that, and then we can evaluate this idea. And then if it's something that is something, especially when more people upvote it, then it will probably get developed. So that's also a good way to show us what you need so that we can do exactly that, and don't waste too much time around features that just us developers think it's cool.
Yes, we really have the shiny object syndrome.
Yeah, exactly. So there are a lot of cool stuff that could be done with UI and whatever, but we want to provide some tools that are of actual value for the members and as well for the hosts and everyone in between. All right, so get here to the voiceloop.kenny.io, and just reach out to us and let us know when there's something that you want to see.
We'll also make that easier, so you can instantly go from the page. If you something have in mind, you can come to the Kenny.
Yeah, there will be some link at some point, but for now this is already something that you can use. And and also reach out to us on all other channels. I'm available on DMs on LinkedIn. You will find myself and Marius as well. Then you can connect with us, and very easy. Okay, so let's go back now. Good. So is there anyone else joining us in the chat? If not, fine. We'll get you at some point. We will just continue developing, and because we get a lot of feedback from those who join our meetings or sessions, and also the hosts are now getting more bookings, as I already saw. And this will just grow. This will just grow because there is a need for authentic and real communication, for real human connection, and this is something that also will grow over time. The more artificial noise that's distributed and polluting our social media channels everywhere, I think this is a good idea to have some antidote, some counterbalance that really brings back what is really of value for every one of us. That's human connection, and something that really gives you the possibility to stay in touch with those who are really interesting and relevant for you.
I also think if you just look into your recent past of the last week, how many WhatsApp groups, Discord groups, Slack groups you're probably in, and how many people you actually wrote the last 2 days. I think there's the study that at most we can have like 100 connections. I think these days probably most people don't even have more than 5, like real close and stuff.
Yeah.
So this is where we try to help.
Yes, and I for myself, I would love to stay in more closer touch with many more people than I am able right now. And I would be so glad if this would be possible, to have it with less friction, right? Because there's a lot of friction if you want to have a connection right now. And if it could be like instantly in real time, and you just have this person in front of you that you want to connect with, and just filter through all the clutter and directly go there without the ads and the big corpse around you, this would be really nice. And I think we get there. We just need to have some tools done, but let's see.
The way I see it is that it's also a bit conditional though, right? Like we have friendships and connections and stuff, but sometimes, for example, I tell something to Thomas in a private setting that I need something or want something or think about something. Another person in my connection circle could even provide that, but he doesn't know. I don't know that he has it. And through this tool, who would have the ability to connect those people who actually already would need each other if they would know. That's how I kind of see it.
Yes. So if there's a more free flow of information, of data that is also being filtered and assigned to the person that really is interested in this, not via some artificial algorithm that's more into profit maximization, but more of AI that really wants to foster and increase the personal aspects. I guess then yeah, we could actually benefit from this new technology and not just getting enslaved by that.
Correct.
All right, this was a good session and a lot of things that were done, and I'm very happy that we just got another milestone done. For next week, we will go more into rolling out new members, and I will also be more present on our channels. And yeah, just support everyone who is joining in for this next week, so that we can get the word out and get some feedback. And yeah, I guess that's the next step. And if there's anything that has to be fixed, we'll also do that.
Perfect.
All right, Marius, it was a pleasure as always, and see you next week.